Angela Davis, known as a radical feminist, an activist, a member of the Communist Party, and an associate of the Black Panther Party.
Connection with the August 7th, 1970 shootout at the Marin County Courthouse. Her pre-trial procedures have taken the longest time of any California trial in history. Throughout those 13 months, there have developed charges that she's a political prisoner. Because of this, she's drawn international attention and has become one of the central figures in a very large and militant movement reflecting the concerns of oppressed minorities.
August 7, 1970, campaigning the cause of black prisoners, Davis grew particularly attached to a young revolutionary. The Soledad brothers were three African-American inmates charged with the murder of a white prison guard at the California Soledad prison on January 16, 1970. In August 1970, George's brother broke into a Marin County courtroom where he attempted to free his brother and other inmates, holding a judge, attorney, and 3 juries hostage at gunpoint. Davis hit headlines. She was accused of planning an alleged kidnapping of the Soledad brothers and supplying the gun that killed 4 people during the incident. She would soon become the second black woman in history to land a spot on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitive list. October 1970, Davis was charged with first-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping, and conspiracy. Supporters took up Davis's case across the country.
Free Angela! Free Angela! Yo, Angela! It's the movement! Free Angela!
No pictures, please. No pictures.
Free Angela!
Ronald Reagan was the governor of California. Richard Nixon was the president of the U.S. The whole apparatus of the state was set up against me. They had all of their resources, and the FBI, the police, and they really meant to send me to the death chamber in order to make a point. It really didn't matter who I was, or it was that I was a very convenient figure to make a point that they would suppress any efforts at revolution and liberation.
In 1972, after spending 16 months in jail, she was acquitted of all charges by an all-white jury.
Glad to have you here. Let's jump right into the interview. Now, you've been called a revolutionary and a militant. Now, what do you see as the meaning of the term revolutionary?
Well, I can't say that there's any one true meaning for the word revolutionary. I just feel like it's a man or a woman who does what's best for society and makes sure that the concerns of the community are responded to.
Right. Well, I would like to open up the floor to the audience that has some questions for you as well.
Okay.
Would anybody like to ask any questions?
My first question is, I guess what everyone actually is wondering, were you actually involved in the process along with Jackson, or were you just in the wrong place at the wrong time?
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Sheena.
Shayna, good question. Well, actually, I do want to plead the fifth on that question. As you know, I was found innocent by an all-white jury, actually. I know the Jacksons felt like they were doing what was necessary at that time. Although I don't agree with it, I know that they had to do what they had to do, and I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sheena, for the great question, is there any more questions from the audience today?
Hello, Miss Angela. I'm Ro, and I have another question for you. How do you view or resist the correction system of this boy at this time?
Thank you. Good question. The correctional system, the rehabilitation system, it's a joke. It's designed to keep the black community down. You fill the prison with minorities, half of which are black people. You flood our community with drugs. You have this war on drugs. So you arrest us, you give us these harsh sentences, you put us in jail. We have no tools to better ourselves, no schools, no diplomas, no nothing. So when we get out of jail, we can't get a job, and then we're back right where we started. It's like jail is a dead end, and you're basically dead or in jail or dead in jail because you can't do anything when you get out of prison.
Thanks for your answer.
Thank you, Vu. Now we have time for one more question. Anybody else like to?
Hi, Miss Angela Davis. I have a question for you. Are you for violence?
See, that's another thing. When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them. On the other hand, because of the way this society is organized, because of the violence that exists on the surface everywhere, you have to expect that there are going to be such explosions. You have to expect things like that as reactions. If you are a black person and live in the black community all your life and walk out on the street every day seeing white policemen surrounding you, when I was living in Los Angeles, for instance, long before the situation in LA ever occurred, I was constantly stopped. No, the police didn't know who I was, but I was a black woman, and I had a natural, and they, I suppose, thought that I might be a, quote, militant.